Yo, Kosh loves Eminem a little too much, and Eminem's last 2 songs have been garbage, bro. I'm just like,
yo, that's why Eminem is so big because he gets foreigners, and foreigners they love Eminem, bro.
Bro, I don't get it.
They love Eminem, bro. My friend, he's Egyptian, and his cousin used to like get Eminem CDs back in the day, and he'd be like, "Yo, break it down in like Egyptian, how like what is he saying? Yeah. Like it just sounds good. I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah.
So to them, it just sounds good. Like it just sounds." All the words slamming together.
He's just rapping words.
Yeah, so he's slamming so many words together. They look like, yo, this is impressive.
And we're just like, he's just talking. He's just rapping a rap sake. Like, he's not rapping to make sense. Like, Houdini?
Houdini's terrible.
Bro!
Even the new one, I like the new one. The fucking...
Was it?
Toby Maguire, did with the goat, did with the dent. I'm like, my friend was like, it's all right. I'm like, I don't like it.
I didn't like Marshall MMLP too. I hated that shit, man.
All right. So we're live now.
Yes,
all right. So we're here, the Post Game Narratives podcast, bringing the real collab. We're here talking about the NBA Eastern Conference. Hold up. Let me get this. The NBA Eastern Conference.
Which the Nets will probably take the next 2 years, bro. I'm calling it.
Listen, the lot of I feel like in the NFL, like with the salary cap, like they have a lot of salary cap casualties.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll every year guys are changing teams. That's what's so cool about the NFL. And the NBA usually really isn't like that.
No.
They usually stay where they're at. Yeah. They sign 5-6 year deals. They don't go nowhere. Now the NBA's get to a point where like they'll sign a 5-year contract and then they'll be like, I don't like it here. Trade me.
After 2 years.
Like, trade me. This ain't working out. And they accommodate them. They
placate to the play. It's a players' league. Like that's the difference between the NBA and NFL. NFL is not a players' league. Yeah. The NBA is a players' league. The players can force their way out of their contracts.
Well, LeBron changed that.
Oh God!
Once LeBron did that decision thing, he changed the whole NBA after that. Because nobody left before LeBron. And guys will play 13 years, 14 years, same team, and not win a ring and not ring. LeBron changed that. What's the best player? He's the best player in the league. Like Jordan was. They follow suit. Oh, hey, LeBron's leaving? Shit. I'm leave too. And then you put yourself in a spot too because you're playing the Eastern Conference. You're the Raptors. You're whoever you are. And then these guys make a super team. And you're there with DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. You're like, bro, I can't beat these guys, bro. It's Wade, Bosh, and fucking LeBron. We got to start moving around and signing us someplace else and making our own super team.
Yeah. But people forget LeBron was still a free agent. He left after he played his contract. Kevin Durant, they played through their contract too.
Still, but they whenever the players, they knew they were resigning.
Yep.
Like if Jordan, Pippen, any of them like got fucking like free agent, they signed back with the Bulls.
Yeah, they signed back.
There was no problem.
That's because everyone had loyalty to the team. That's what you know who's the last person that did that? Dame Lillard. And he still ended up getting screwed because, like you said, these players, these teams owe you nothing. Because remember, he wanted to go to Miami. And where they end up sending him? Milwaukee. Yeah. So I'm like, why have loyalty to these teams when you know when you get older, they're gonna send you somewhere or they're gonna try and dumb down your deal. So players like, oh, this is what y'all want to do? Let me go take care of myself. So I just think there should be a little bit of balance. Like these players shouldn't be able to force them way out of the league. Look at James Harden. How many times did James Harden do it 1 year and he's gone? Yeah. Come on, bro.
and the guy that was cool with him, what's his name?
Daryl Morey.
And he still played him. Like, he got mad at him like, yo, he's a snake. Like, why? Because no one wants you, bro. Like, he's trying to trade you. Yeah. You get paid so much money to get traded. No one wants a fucking 30-something-year-old he's not a has-been, but he's not what he was.
And you're so petty that he got fat. He got fat on the Rockets just to leave to go to Philly. And I was like, you did all that, went to Philly, played there for what, 2 years? And then you were like, I'm going. I want to go to LA. I'm like, bro, you can't do that nonsense all the time.
But the thing was with that is that Harden, he's like a sensitive dude. Mm-hmm. So like he couldn't play with Chris Paul. He couldn't play with Westbrook because he couldn't play with those guys because they're critical.
Yes.
So if he's not playing good, Embiid's getting his ass.
Yep.
Pause. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Embiid is fucking wilding.
Yep. Chris Paul's
gonna wild out. Westbrook's gonna wild out. These guys don't like to lose, so he don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
And over there in LA right now, this is where he's from, right?
Yep.
And Kawhi's not gonna get on him. Tyrone Lue's not really gonna get on him. They're gonna let him play. He could shoot a badass shot and miss it, and they're not gonna be like, they're gonna say whatever. He'll score 5 points in the playoff game. Yep. They're gonna say whatever.
Yep.
If he scored 5 points in the playoff game in the locker room, and B's like, "What the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
I need help. Like I'm out here dropping 40. Yeah, you're dropping 5. Like what the fuck's going on?
They don't measure up. Yeah. And for him, because Kawhi, you never know when Kawhi's playing, so he's pretty much the leader of the team. So you can't yell at him anyway. To your point, because it's like Paul George is gone because he's on the Sixers. Oh my God, the Sixers really got Paul George.
Yeah. So the whole point of this was to get into the Eastern Conference. So when we talk about Paul George, he fucking signs with the fucking Sixers, and the good thing with that is that really that's Embiid's team and Maxi's team.
Yeah.
Paul George is really there to be Tobias Harris.
Yes.
A better Tobias Harris.
Listen, anyone could be.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. So now this dude is probably a better defender, better scorer.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Even if he misses a couple games from being injured, they'll sit him out.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh, what's wrong? Your knees hurt? Sit out. Don't worry. Maxi and B got this shit. Don't worry about it." You know what I mean? And they got Eric Gordon. They got a couple of players that they picked up. It ain't gonna be crazy if Embiid gets hurt. So let's say Embiid's hurt again, even though he went crazy against the Knicks being hurt. Now you can be like, all right, we don't need to drop 50. We got Paul George.
Yeah.
Paul George will pick up the slack. And look, the Knicks beat him in the last game. Maxey had a good game, Embiid had a good game, and then Tobias Harris had 2 points. And then we beat them. This year's going to be different now.
Yeah.
Especially if Embiid's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say Embiid is not healthy. Now, Paul George ain't giving you 2 points.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
You're talking about at least 15. Even if he has bagging, you're talking about 15 points.
Yeah, 15 points. And Maxey, the way he did the Knicks last year was fucking crazy. Yeah, that one game where he hit the half-court shot, he got fouled midair, hit the 3. He won that game by himself.
Oh, I've never seen so many disappointed Knicks fans.
Yeah, that game was nuts, bro. We're up at like 7 with like 2 minutes left. Yeah. I'm watching the game with my son here. I'm like, yo, it's over. We're about to win this shit. And Maxey just went fucking nuts. So the Sixers are definitely going to be a team, a top 3 team. They should be. They were last year until Embiid got hurt.
But that's the point about that team. Paul George and Embiid, they're known for injury. So it's like if they both get hurt, like I like Maxey, but I don't know if he's able to carry that team to new heights without Embiid or Paul. Yeah. But it's a good team. I like what they did. I feel like the Sixers are in a win now mode because you got to think about from the Sixers. Embiid's been an MVP and he hasn't been to Eastern Conference Finals yet. They
that's crazy.
Got to break out of that at this point. Like either now, because if I'm not trying to say not jinx him, but you're talking about you have maybe Embiid at his prime for at least 3 more years because he's
he's a big guy.
Yeah, his body breaks down, so you got to.
And big guys that he's like 7'1", 7'2". Yeah. Big guys, Porzingis, those guys that get hurt, bro. Their knees get fucked up. It's not easy.
Porzingis is out again. Like he's getting surgery. Like you have to win now. Because if you don't win now, you just wasted your time. And that's what the Sixers did. Kudos
and we all know Eastern Conference right now. The leaders are the Celtics.
Yep.
They're coming back with the same team.
Yo,
they might add maybe a player or two, maybe because they haven't done it yet, but maybe they will. But right now, the Celtics, they got fucking Tatum and Brown. They're fucking crazy tandem.
True.
Derek White is hitting threes. Drew Holiday's fucking hitting threes, playing defense. Porzingis even got to play.
No.
He's come off the bench in the finals, and they beat the shit out of the Dallas Mavericks. So him being healthy is a whole nother animal.
Yeah.
So that's the hard part.
And you still have your little Al Horfords who can play. He can be that veteran, give you a little bit of defense. I'm surprised he didn't retire because I was thinking like, it looked like the classic, I win my first, I'm gone. But apparently he wants to come. But the thing that's scary about the Celtics is that everyone's locked in, and everyone on their team can defend. So that's what gave Mavericks so many problems because you got Derek White, you got Jason Tatum, you got Brown, you got Drew Holiday. So it's like who's the mismatch? There's no mismatch. Yeah. So like that's what Luka was struggling with, even Kyrie, and then everyone's lengthy. So it's like every time someone's in his face, so Kyrie has to do the most acrobatic things to score. Yeah. That's a tough team to beat. Like
And they won the Eastern Conference last year by 15 games. They were the best team in the NBA by like 12 games and shit like that. They clinched the number 1 seed like 3 months left in the season, some wild shit like that. Yeah. So they're definitely the team number 1. And then you got you see the Sixers, you got the Bucks.
Yeah.
Damian Lillard comes back healthy. Damian Lillard's been talking about he had a tough time last season because his family was in Portland.
Yeah.
And he got divorced with his wife, so he had that shit going on.
Yeah, that's a lot.
He started like not dating Glorilla, but Glorilla fucking put the pressure on him. Like they were messing around. The wife came out talking shit. It was just a mess. So he was like, "Bro, I can't even concentrate." Then he got hurt in the playoffs too.
Yeah, so he got hurt. Why is it that he was at his lowest and this girl had to do that to him? Like you.
That's what baby moms do, bro. They kick you when you're down, man. Bro.
Yo, I was like, this man is in Milwaukee. He wanted to go to Miami. Mm-hmm. Think about this. He wanted to go to Miami. He wanted to go to Miami. He ends up in Milwaukee. That's not
the most boring place to go to.
That's not the lifestyle you want to live. So I kind of get it for him. And they still got their
Giannis got hurt in the playoffs too. So
he's been hurt the last 2 years. Yeah. They need to start thinking about not changing what he does, but changing a little bit of his game. If he keeps getting hurt, you might be like, all right, bro, you need to stop doing all this. Maybe you need to chill out, maybe tone down some of his defensive pressure. Because I'm like, bro, you've been hurt the last 2 years and you've hurt your team.
Yeah. But the Bucks next year, they should be better. I think, me personally, they should have tried to find a way to get DeRozan. Maybe trade Chris Middleton. That probably would have been a better fit. Yeah. But Middleton's been hurt too. His knee is not the same.
He's not the same player at all.
Yeah, he's not. But if he's healthy, then that's a good 3 people right there. Because Middleton, he could score. But they're definitely right now. Vegas has them top 4. I think they're 4th. I think the Sixers are 3rd, the Knicks are 2nd.
Yeah.
So my Knicks right now, they're looking good right now, man. The Knicks right now, they get Mikal Bridges. They signed back OG Anunoby. We got Randall. We got Brunson. We got DiVincenzo, Josh Hart. We might be the deepest team in the East. You know what I'm saying? And I just find my issue is that we lost Hartenstein. That's the issue that I have with the Knicks because Hartenstein was a good passer. He set good screens for Brunson and fucking DiVincenzo to hit threes. He also had a good floater. He could go in the paint, hit a little floater. He shot. I didn't know it was crazy. He shot 85% from the free throw line last year. Crazy.
He's a big.
That's fucking high as hell for him.
No wonder you guys were hurt when he left. But you guys weren't going to pay him that money that OKC.
No, OKC is a good team.
Yeah,
I don't blame him for leaving.
Yeah,
he had a lot of money. Yeah. OKC is a good team. They were number 1 seed last year. Yeah. So you made more money and you go to a good ass team. Yeah. So it worked out for him. But Mitchell Robinson is a great shot blocker, great rebounder. My problem with him is his free throws are terrible. He goes to the line, it's like my son's fucking 13 years old. He goes to the line, my son's like, oh my god, this is you could do hack of Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, he's an offensive liability. You can't play him in the fourth quarter because it's crunch time because they'll foul him.
So we got Jericho Sims. I guess he's gonna be the backup because the Knicks supposedly the rumor was we were trying to get Kessler from the Jazz.
Okay,
but we gave a lot of picks to the Nets for Mikal.
Yeah.
So we might not have many picks left. We do have a lot. We have 7 first-round picks left.
Okay.
But now for Kessler, they're gonna want draft picks. So now, do you trade 4 more draft picks for Kessler? And then you gotta trade players.
Yeah, I don't know if you want.
And a lot of teams are aiming to get Miles McBride. Yeah. And the Knicks don't want to get rid of him because he's a great perimeter defender.
You guys have a lot of decisions to make.
Yeah.
The Hartenstein loss because now you need size because now you got to deal with the Porzingis and now you lost Hartenstein.
We got to deal with Embiid.
Yeah,
we got to deal with Giannis.
Yep.
We got to deal with big guys. So it's gonna be tough. But the thing with the Knicks is that they built the team to beat the Celtics.
Yeah.
We have great perimeter defenders. We got guys that can score. Anunoby and Mikal Bridges are great wing defenders. And you could even play small. You could put Randall at the center, OG at the power forward, Mikal at the small forward, DiVincenzo shooting, and Brunson. You could put Josh Hart at the power forward. We could play small. That's the thing. The thing is when it's time to play big.
You have nothing.
I don't know. We have Mitch Robinson, like I said, he's good. He can play defense. Jericho is a big guy. He could dunk. He can score as far as dunking and rebounding. He's a big guy. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you need that center to shoot a 3 or 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And hit a little 15-footer.
The Celtics have stretch big, so they're pretty much going to be useless because Porzingis can shoot from the 3, and now there's no one to rebound, there's no one to do all that. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. The Hartenstein loss is because I've heard some Knicks fans like, "Oh, it's not the big old loss." I'm like, I don't know. I think you guys are a little bit more hurt than you want to be. It's okay. But
we got so we got the Knicks. Sleeping on, you got to always worry about the Heat. Yeah. Butler was hurt last year. Terry Rozier was hurt last year in the playoffs. Those guys come back. They just signed Alec Burks.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
They lost Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin ended up with the Sixers.
Yeah. That's
the guy that we didn't mention too. He's pretty good. He's a good backup for Maxey.
Yeah, he's a good player. Yeah, good role.
They I don't know. They didn't really sign anybody else, but they got Tyler Hero. They got Bam Adebayo. They got a good team. You know what I mean? And Spoelstra's a great coach.
Spoelstra is a very well coach. He's for what Spoelstra's done post LeBron era. I think that in itself is a Hall of Fame run to get those teams to the finals.
He actually was voted in the top 75. Oh, he was voted the top 15 coach of all time.
Thank you.
You know,
you need to give him need to put some respect.
Because everybody was talking shit like LeBron never had a great coach. I'm like, Spoelstra is going to Hall of Fame. Yeah. So if he was mentioned as a top 15 coach of all time, that's Hall of Fame. That's
a Hall of Fame coach.
You know what I'm saying?
That is a very Hall of Fame coach. But the only problem I have with Miami, I don't know what does Jimmy Butler want to do. Because it seems like he want to leave. And now you're arguing with Pat Riley. Pat Riley's that Italian mob. Mm-hmm. You're not going anywhere. And then that causes friction because now this man wants to be free, but you don't want to let him go. So,
but Butler needs that kind of guy. Yeah. Because if Butler's type of dude that if he can push you around, he'll push you around. Mm-hmm. He's like a bully almost. Yeah. Like he had problems in Minnesota because they were soft. Yeah. And he's picking on Karl-Anthony Towns. He's arguing with Thibodeau. Yeah. He's trying to fucking argue with Wiggins. Yep. It was a lot. So you need a Pat Riley to be like, yo, shut the fuck up and play it, bro. I don't need to hear this shit. So he needs a guy like that. But we'll see how it goes. So far, Butler's going to stay. He's probably going to end up staying.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to trade him for anything.
And Butler likes the discipline as the Heat way. Yeah. You got guys like Haslam there pushing the narrative. Yeah. So he kind of likes that they could, put some barriers on him and discipline because Butler's like that. He likes to practice. He likes to work out. He likes to be prepared.
He's an old school type player. Yeah. But sometimes those old school coaches they don't know where that line is. And now he's still young play. So he's probably like, I want to go do this. And Pat Riley's like, nah, shut up. And it's just like, hey, bro, I'm already getting yelled at by Udonis and he might not. So because that's what happened.
And Spoelstra's a little fiery.
Yeah. That's what happened with LeBron. That's why LeBron left. Him and Pat Riley got into it because he wants
to fire Spoelstra.
Yeah, and it's like Pat Riley's like, nah, So I'm just like,
Pat Riley, that's my guy. So fuck you. And LeBron, if you don't like a coach, look what the fucking he's doing with the Lakers now. Ooh. Yo, sign my son. Yo, sign fucking JJ Redick. Motherfucker has no only experience he got is fucking coaching 6th graders, and he got the LA Lakers.
Because he was on a podcast with you. Oh, God.
Who also got in the East? I think we still got the Cavaliers, right?
They got Donovan Mitchell.
They re-signed Donovan Mitchell, but they got a new coach now. Yeah. So who knows what they're going to end up doing.
But they got to get rid of Garland because I don't think him and Mitchell work together. I think one of if you've committed in on Donovan, you got to send Garland somewhere else. Yeah. Because remember, Garland was a player before Donovan got there, and then you put Donovan now. It's like it ruins my game. Yeah.
Well, I think what fucks up Garland is that he's not fiery. For some reason, when the Knicks played him last in the playoffs, he would have stretches where he's really good. Yeah. And then sometimes he looks like he doesn't want to shoot. Yeah. And there was times that he was I think one playoff game with the Knicks, he put up 30. And Mitchell was on the bench with him like, that's why you got to shoot. That's why you got to shoot.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. But then next game, he was just back to being what he was. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that's going to fit just because Garland just ain't type of guy to like push the narrative. And Mitchell is. Yeah. Mitchell's going to fucking be like, we're down by 20. I'm fucking shooting, motherfucker.
And that's why the Cavs probably invest in him. They're like, hey, we like you, but when we need you, you're gonna kind of take a back seat. So I'll see what the Cavs do.
Who was in the playoffs last year? The Pacers. The Pacers.
Young team. Halliburton got hurt.
They're deep. They're deep. They play 8, 9, 10 guys. You know what I'm saying? And that's eventually hurt the Knicks. Is that they had 8, 9 guys going, and we were playing 6 guys. You know what I'm saying?
Josh Hart wouldn't even leave the court. I was just like, I don't know how you guys are gonna win this.
They just outran us, bro. Everybody OG got hurt. Josh Hart got hurt. Mitchell Robinson got hurt. Brunson broke his fucking hand.
And they're just fast.
They wear you out. And the thing problem with them, I feel like the Pacers though is Halliburton. Halliburton has to step up.
Yeah.
Sometimes he just looks like he don't want to shoot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's the guy who has to shoot because he's their best player.
And Pascal sometimes can be like I'm still waiting for that.
He's a mid-range guy.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that Raptors Pascal Siakam, the one who won the championship with Kawhi to come. Because there'll be times I'll see glimpses of it, and then he'll have like 12 points. I'm like, bro, you can't have 12 points in the fourth.
Once OG got hurt, though, he was killing.
Yeah,
he started slaughtering it. But once OG was on him, he was struggling.
And even when they faced Boston, you could tell sometimes like he was supposed, because honestly, the Pacers should have won that first game. The Pacers should have won that first game against Boston in Boston.
Yeah,
because I don't think they won the series, but that's a statement game that you make. Like, yo, see,
but Brown hit those.
He shouldn't have been open in the corner anyway. Like, what are you doing? But that's that youngness. But I feel like now they've been in the playoffs, they'll get a little bit more experience. And now you have a budding rivalry between Halliburton and Brunson. I want to see where that goes into the
old Pacers fucking rivalry. Pacers Knicks rivalry. Yeah. So that's Pacers are still a good team. Also we said the Heat, the Pacers, Magic. They just got fucking. Didn't they get somebody?
I think. So.
Oh, they got Caldwell Pope.
There you go.
They got Caldwell Pope. Let's see if that helps them. People are really liking fucking what's the dude's name? The best player on the team, the guy who they drafted first round. I don't know. What's his name with a P? Something with a P.
I don't know, man.
What's his name?
I don't know. Players on the Magic, bro.
And they were saying that the guy they signed, Francis Wagner, was like signed to a max deal.
Yeah.
They were saying that was a fucking horrible idea to do that. They said they overpaid for him.
This is why the Magic aren't really watched like that. Like, I mean, they almost beat the
Paolo Banchero.
Okay.
Paolo
Banchero. Banchero.
They like him a lot. A lot of players like him a lot. Paul George is on his podcast saying he loves his game. So they're saying he's really good. He's a mid-range guy too.
Yeah.
Like he'll mid-range you to death.
Yeah.
So they were 5th seed last year. Yep. They won the first round.
No, they lost.
They lost the first round.
Yep.
But they went to game 7.
Went to game 7.
Went to game 7. So maybe this year they're a little better. Mm-hmm. But we'll see where that goes. And think about it this way. The Knicks were the 2nd seed, and the Heat ended up being the 8th seed.
Yeah.
They were only separated by 3-4 games.
Yep.
So the East is going to be tight. A team like the Magic, if they don't take a step forward, there's a chance that they can fall out the top 8.
Yep, and they can fall into that little play-in. You don't want to be in that play-in because that's just more games to play. You don't want to. You want to have You want to have a spot. You want to be like 6. You want to be because you don't want to keep playing too many games and you're playing. What happens if someone gets hurt?
Yeah,
and you got to worry about that.
So yeah, we said the top 8 teams. Yep. The Hawks, they got rid of DeJounte Murray.
Yeah.
Are they going to be better? I don't know.
I think they're looking to trade. So I think they're kind of going into rebuild right now.
Yeah.
So
but they drafted number 1 French dude supposedly. So we'll see where that goes. You see your Nets are done, right? They're toast, right? So who else is in the East? You got there's other teams. They're done.
The Bulls just got rid of DeRozan.
They got rid of Caruso. They got rid of DeRozan.
Yeah, that's typical rebuild. Like once I say that's typical rebuild, and who was it? Lonzo might come back, but I'm like, bro, he hasn't played.
They got Giddey, I guess. I don't know.
I'm like, Lonzo hasn't played in 2 years. You got to understand, game speed and practice speed aren't the same thing. Like, I don't know how long he'll take to come back.
Yeah.
But
So right now, let's see. Who else is in the Eastern Conference?
You talking about Charlotte?
Oh yeah, they're done.
Yeah, most of the bottom dweller teams are just going to be a bottom dweller team unless they have like
Raptors, Hornets, Wizards. Yeah, they're toast.
They're done. God.
So right now, if you had to pick the top 8, who would you go with?
Pretty much the same top 8 that was in the playoffs.
So Celtics number 1, they're number 1.
Yeah.
Knicks were number 2 last year. They're number 2.
Most likely, I'll give them that because they're a scrappy team.
Yeah.
I'll probably give the Bucks 3, and I'll give the Sixers 4, just because I know Embiid's gonna get hurt. So they'll be on a run, and then they'll be on a 10-game win streak, and then they'll lose 5 because Embiid got hurt. So I'll give 3 to the Bucks, and I'll give 4 to the Sixers. 5 I'll probably give to the Cavs. 6 Magic. 7 Miami, and 8. No. So my bad. I'll give the Pacers 4, Sixers 5. Because once again, Pacers stay with the Sixers. Always health. It's always health when it comes to the Sixers. And my last team would probably be the Magic. So about the same team. What about you?
I would have the Celtics first, Knicks second. 3, I'm going with the Sixers.
Really?
Yeah, I think Embiid's just a fucking force. If Embiid's healthy, it's ridiculous. The guy put up 70 points in the game.
I know.
He's a fucking animal. The Knicks, he had a fucking busted knee, put up 50 points. He shoots almost 90% from the free throw line. He shoots threes.
Yeah.
The guy's crazy. And then what killed him last year was Tobias Harris. Paul George is like 20 times better than that guy, bro. Like I said, there's going to be games where Embiid's going to be like, oh, yo, Embiid, you're a little hurt. Sit out.
Yeah.
Paul George and Maxey got this. You know what I mean? And they'll win a game with Maxey and Paul George. Yeah. They'll win a couple games with them, you know? And like I said, they could be, oh, Paul George, you're hurt. Sit out. We'll have Embiid and Maxey. They could win with them. You know what I'm saying? 4, I would go the Bucks.
Okay.
I think with Giannis and Dame, they play another year together.
Yeah,
if Giannis stays healthy, you know he's a fucking force. Dame is a fucking animal. If his head is right, you know what I'm saying? 5th, I'm stuck. Like 5th, I would go with either the Pacers, and I'm stuck with them or the Heat, because I feel like if Butler and Rozier are healthy, they're good. Good like they could fucking score. You know what I mean? And Butler plays great defense. Spoelstra has that team
real well.
So they could be 5th. I'll probably put the Pacers 5th. Then the Heat 6th. I would say Magic 7th. And you could probably switch between the Mavericks and the Cavs 7th, 8th, around there.
Okay.
So, but that could switch in the play-in.
Yeah.
You never know. Play-in is crazy.
Yeah, God.
You know what I mean? So that could switch. But that's what I got in the top 8 right now. I think the same 8.
Yeah,
like
same 8. Like they're the only teams that made the moves that seem like they're ready to take that. I said the other bottom 12 teams, they're all trying to figure out, hey, how can I repackage this? Because I'm like, none of you guys have any no name. There's no name talents on this team.
Yeah. So all right. So that's what we got for the Eastern Conference. Good luck to the Knicks. We could go somewhere, man. I'm telling you.
Absolutely not. And because if you guys win, New York's going to be in a state of terror.
They showed. All right, we better do the Western Conference next.